All right. At this moment, we'll be talking about fourth generation computers. What is it? Its features and some examples of fourth generation computers. Okay, so imagine a powerful computer that can or that sits on just your desk or maybe table or study table instead of filling the entire room. That is what fourth generation computers is. It is small in size and is very portable. In fact, it started from 1971 to present. We still have fourth generation computers present in our communities, our offices, and in our schools. Let's look at some features of fourth generation computers. Okay, so one of the features of fourth generation computers is graphical user interface. Fourth generation computers are very graphical. They You can click on pictures icon. In fact, when typing, you can just type command. People just click on icon, application symbols. It's very interactive. Graphics are very interactive. So that's one of the features we can use to identify fourth generation computer. Okay, so the second one is microprocessor. Microprocessor, the brain of the computer, is one of the things that we can use to identify fourth generation computer. It's a very tiny chip on the motherboard that process all the information that the computer receives. Okay, so fourth generation computers are personal computers. They are very movable, portable. In fact, they are small in size. People can have their own computers at home, offices, and schools. So, one of the key features of fourth generation computers is that it is very portable and small. One can own it. Fourth generation computers are faster and smaller in size. In fact, another feature, as we all know, is that our personal computers are very small and they are faster as compared to the previous generations of computers. So computers are very fast. They are small in size. You can just put them in your bag wherever you are going. You carry it along. So that is it. That's another feature of fourth generation computers. Okay, guys, let's look at some examples of fourth generation computers. We said earlier on that fourth generation computers are small, they are fast, they are they contain microprocessors and so on and so on. So one of the examples here is laptop. Laptop is very common, small in size. You can put it in your bag. It is faster than other generations of computers. So laptop is the first here as an example of fourth generation computers. The next example is desktop computer, which contains the monitor, system unit, keyboard, and mouse. So all put together is desktop computer. Very portable. It is smaller than the previous generations of computers. So that is what we must keep in mind. It contains microprocessor as compared to previous generations of computers. So what is a microchip? What is a microchip? Just be thinking about it. I'll get back to you. So a microchip, we say, is a tiny thin piece of material, usually silicon, with circuit printed on them. We normally find them on the motherboard of a laptop or any computer. Microchips are there, very tiny, and mostly we say they are the brain of the computer. They do all the processing. There's electrical pathway that allow the computer to process information on them. So in simple put, microchips are the brain of the computers and usually silicon. Let's explore the architecture of a processor. So stay tuned. The processor is part of the computer that thinks and solves problems. So we say the brain of the computer is the processor, which is the same as the microchip. It works in three simple steps. Yeah, so the processor fetch, the processor fetch. So it grab instruction from the computer memory. Simple put, the processor grab instruction from the computer memory. So that is the fetch function of the processor. The processor decode. So here we say the processor understands the instruction that users give to the computer. The processor decode. Simply put, the processor decodes instruction we give to the computer. Here, the processor executes. It does a task like making a game run or opening a web page. If you double click on an application, the fact that the application opens and you see that on your monitor, on your screen, it is not by any chance. It is the processor that has executed that function or that for you. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for supporting intelligence technology. Thank you so much.